welcome and hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The Knicks have young...
A little patience indeed. That's interesting. Thank you, David. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. And it's Porter at the three. Well, talk about early expectations as a first-round pick. Your son going through it right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, everyone wants to see what you've got. And also, you want to prove that you belong. And so, because of that, though, especially in today's game, sometimes judgment comes way too quickly. And we've seen it with a lot of great young players that because they come in a lot earlier in terms of their age, it may take them an extra year or two to figure it all out. And so the teams that are most patient in allowing those kids to mature at their own level tend to be the ones that get the higher rewards.
Indeed. And we see so much impatience, and it causes problems. Stolen. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Garcia. And it's off the back rim. No good.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Nance, no good. New York leading by 4. Ntilikina passes to Dotson. Here's Ntilikina. Over Sexton. Ntilikina can't hit.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Here's Sexton. Cleveland with a fresh shot clock. And that one's good. Osman.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now Garcia. Boy, he just disappeared against Dallas when they needed him the most. For 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Sexton deciding where to go with it. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Too easy that time. Sexton sniffing it out and then getting to an area on the floor that made that one easy.
Outside, Garcia. New York, no good that time either.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Now the pass to Porter. Doubled by Garcia. 6 on the shot clock. Sexton for 3. They recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Knicks making a switch here. Harkless is checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Bailey's checked in for Nance. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Got to keep Taj out of the post. How many of those have we seen?
Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Mavericks in Dallas.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Pass to Zizic. Shoots over Garcia. No good from Zizic. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for New York.
And the big man, Taj Gibson, a tough, defensive-minded veteran.
Such a huge part, the foundation, really, of those teams in Chicago when he was playing alongside Joakim Noah. He's one of those glue guys who's willing to take on any assignment.
Sexton against Portis. Here's the teardrop. In deep, Sexton drops it in. Sexton's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. Sexton's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Sexton against Garcia. The 3. Rebounded by Bell.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Sexton against Garcia. Passes it to Bell. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. New group in for the Knicks. Randall's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. Dotson's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. And it's Garcia in for Smith. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic. Love comes in for Bell. Harry Nance is checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Garland in for Sexton. And Thompson kicks to Nance. Porter outside. Connects from three-point range. Porter's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs.
And sometimes it looks like for Garland the game comes a bit easy, whether making plays for himself or others.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, the duo inside, Love and Thompson. Garland is out there with Porter. And it's Nance in at the 3, the small forward.
And they continue to control the glass.
Love trying to break loose. Nance, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Here's Porter. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Knicks trail by 8. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The shot, no good. And Cleveland will come the other way.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Garland, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And well, Garland, the 5th overall.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the... And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long,
Yo, what's up, man? Good game last night. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, see you later, man.
Need some help?
Look for them right here. Take it away, 2KMC.
This is the 2KMC, and NBA 2K21 is here, baby. We'll be showing off your best plays in 2K21 all year long, and it starts now. Kicking things off this week with the best highlights from the NBA 2K21 demo. First up, it's Oak City Beats testing out their My Player. Comes with the help D and snatches the dunk attempt. Don't go up with that weak stuff. Oak City Beats is...
And a look at the Knicks earlier on. Check out the focus they've got coming off that bus. Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower. And as they...
Kevin, thanks. Well, among...
Thanks, David. Frank, it's going to be a battle of the boards tonight. You know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
No doubt about it. Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, Brian Grant, a lot of guys that earn their living wearing that hard hat.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the small forward position. He's checked in for Chris Dunn. And New York with a change here, too. Garcia, he's checked in for Elfrid Payton. Takes the 3. Garcia can't get it to go. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 6. Bean passes to Carter. That one doesn't go. The Knicks go the other way with it. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
You can't leave empty points at the line. Those are gimmies, no excuses.
Levine against Randall. And Levine, here we go. Randall grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
New York shooting their first free throws of this game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Denzel Valentine. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Portis comes in for Julius Randle. Knox, he's checked in for Harkless. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Garcia against Satoransky. Outside, Garcia. Launches a three. Rebounded by Gafford. Bulls trail by 6. Here's Levine. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
A ragged start for him offensively, but he'll take it. It brings him to 1 of 8 from the field. And when Zach LaVine gets hot, C-Web, he gets scorching hot. It can completely take over a game.
GA, you know it. And last year, LaVine made 13 threes in a single game. That's one off the record set by the Splash Brother himself, Klay Thompson. Now, when LaVine gets going, he can be absolutely unstoppable.
Now Satoransky. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And how about the focus Satoransky poses on these finishes? Impressive watching him work through contact.
To the inside. Back to Garcia. 6 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. That shot no good. And it's Chicago the other way.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Garcia against Satoransky. Excellent D there from Garcia. And Beats has quite the all-star roster, don't they, of NBA representatives. You can add Junior now to their list of spokesmen.
From musicians to athletes, Beats has always looked at rising stars to attach their brand. Seeing how he's played, it makes sense that they'd want to bring Junior into the fold.
And so Garcia nails both of them. And here is Satoransky. An 11-point game for him in the win against Houston. He kicks it to Levine. The rebound by Gibson.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Great pass to set up the lay-in. Gibson's got his second basket.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Harrison passes to Hutchison. Here's Gafford to the middle. Here's Levine. Dotson with the rebound.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Garcia against Satoransky. This one for 3, and he nails the 3. Nice shot from beyond the arc there from Garcia.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
The Knicks leading by 8. Here's Garcia. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call. Chicago the foul. The Knicks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. And so Garcia nails both of them.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Here's Hutchison. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Knox the pass to Garcia. Overdone. Garcia's shot is good. That's 12 points for Mr. Clutch.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. Jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Looking to get back on track here. And Levine lays it in. Levine's got 5 now.
Looking comfortable in the pick and roll action. Levine just taking what he sees in these sets.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Dunn. To the paint. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Garcia, and again it's New York.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Levine kicks to Harrison. Down low. Gafford misses. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. It's a 10-point game. Garcia's shot is good.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Levine looking around. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
That's the way you want to end the quarter, with the momentum on your side.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. They made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Bobby Porter's out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Mr. Clutch, and it's Ntilikina in at the 2 spot.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Garcia passes to Portis. Outside, Garcia. Nailed from three-point land. Garcia's got 19 points.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Outside, Levine. Out to the right wing. Here's Dunn. No good on the shot. Excellent D that time from Garcia.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Outside, Levine. The pass to Harrison. And Gibson sends it back.
And Gibson just out here to play hard defense, showing great awareness coming up there with that block.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Bulls have a new front office, branching out from the Nuggets brain trust with new team president. Given Denver's success identifying and developing young talent with a win percentage that's climbed year after year, there is at least some optimism that the Bulls will be able to build a similar and sustainable winning program. Guys?
Wouldn't that be a story? Thank you, David. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion... So it's New York enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are... And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. Making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. Garcia, he's checked in for New York. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Valentine shot good.
And providing the support, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by New York.
Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Valentine in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Satoransky with it. He's got 9. Here's Levine, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's foul number 2 for him. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for the Bulls. Outside, Garcia. And stolen by Valentine. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Oh, that'll make any coach happy. Aggressive defense, then changing ends quickly.
Now here is Garcia. D right on him. In the corner, Barrett with it. Fires the 3. But he gets it back over Levine. Knicks with a new 14. It's another look. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
The combo of strength and suddenness, hard not to foul Randall.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
That one drops for him. Levine's got 14 points for the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Garcia against Satoransky. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
Satoransky looking around. Passes it to Levine. To the wing right side. Lets it fly. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
With the swift release and a strong ability to create separation, Levine is a beast on the perimeter.
Stolen by Carter. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Satoransky kicks to Valentine. Back to Satoransky. Hutchison passes to Levine. Now here's Valentine. Defended by Harkless. Clock at 4. Here's Levine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Mitchell Robinson. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Mr. Clutch. And it's Dotson in at the 2-guard spot. Trying to get open is Randall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Here's New York. Now here is Garcia. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because I think they're on to something. We could get that, you know. And in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Now, Chris Dunn, a part of that Zach LaVine trade a few years ago. You know, GA, what's interesting about Dunn is he actually played a lot of small forward last season.
How about that? Drafted 5th overall back in 2016 as a point guard. He's only about 6'3", but very strong and has long arms and plays with great toughness. Just another example of how small ball is affecting every front court position.
On the free throw, no good. And the rim-running Mitchell Robinson, the league leader in field goal percentage, Greg, in his 2nd season.
And maybe the most athletic 7-footer in the game. I mean, his lob finishing sucks in the defense, creating so much space out on the floor for his teammates.
Outside, Garcia. That's tipped. Pass to Dotson. 5 on the clock. Left side, Garcia. Off target on the 15-footer.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Done outside. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names. Headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, his... And Chicago has possession. Now, Valentine. And here comes Smith, leading the fast break. Done with some nice D. Bulls have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th, and even 50%. Here's Satoransky, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul.
At the line for the Bulls, one shot.
One shot.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
New York's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Outside, Garcia. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The first one falls. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA, in basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings. The measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. The Knicks have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Levine against Payton. Done outside. Back to Valentine. Yep, it counts.
Kick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Kicks it out to Garcia. Pulls up. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Garcia. A three-pointer is right on target. Garcia's got 10 points in just the second half.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Levine wide open. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. New York's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for New York.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Julius Randle.
Well, the best work he did came on the boards. Nobody could match his intensity. His rebounding played a big role in this win.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
Garcia. No good with the triple. Here's Chicago. Inside. Levine kicks to Dunn. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Randle grabs the board.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you later.
Yo, what's up, man?
Stay focused on your workout.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Next time, man. Next time.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
hit me up.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man. Hey, I'll see you later.